Jack McErlean, and I have a question for you. Who doesn't like money? No one, right? As a high school student, you could balance going to school and getting a job, and maybe if you're good with time management, you could do an extracurricular activity like a sport or a club as well. Now, I want everyone here to imagine taking all the time you spend in school and at your job and applying it all to a sport. That's what college athletes do, and sadly, they make no money out of it. Being a college student athlete takes all of your time. Their days will usually begin at around 6 a.m. and won't end until the earliest 8 p.m. And they take their sport just as seriously as your parents will take their full-time job. Even if you could figure out a way to manage getting a job around all of your practices, traveling, and classes, most college coaches won't allow it because they need you to be 100% committed 24/7 because their jobs rely on how well you perform night in and night out. I've talked to Coach Martin's son, Jordan, about what it's like to play Division II basketball, and he said it's the same thing every day. You wake up at 6 a.m., you have a workout, you go to class, you have team film, then you have another class, and then you end at night with a team practice. If you've ever been through a day like that, you know how hard it is to wake up that next morning and do it all over again. And Division I is a step above where he played, and some of those schools will include like Duke. And speaking of Duke, their men's, according to the Chronicle, an independent Duke ran newspaper, their men's basketball team alone brought in $33 million this past year. And they had a little help bringing in all this money, and it's not to the name Duke, it's to the name Zion Williamson, one of the most electrifying basketball players we have seen in recent years. He helped Duke double their jersey sales last year, and he didn't make any profit off of it. And others started getting in on this too, as people started remaking his old high school jersey and selling it. And he was so popular that it went as far as to one of the most popular rappers/artists. He posted a picture wearing Zion's jersey. If you think $33 million is crazy, they're only ranked number 4 on Forbes' most valuable college basketball teams. Above them is Kentucky, Indiana, and Louisville at number 1. Louisville brings in $52 million per year. And you guys know how much the players make? None. And I guess it isn't that bad that these 18 and 19-year-old kids are bringing in millions of dollars for a school who is giving them a quote-unquote free education, but it is bad that they can't profit off of their own name. There has been some changes to help college student athletes, and according to the New York Times, Governor Gavin Newsom created a law that all college student athletes in California can get endorsement deals and sign agents. Endorsement deals are when a company can sign a popular person to spread their brand. That could be a clothing brand, shoe deals, or even local restaurants. This is planned to take full effect in 2023, and I personally feel that this is the best way that college student athletes can make money. I also think that this could keep kids in school longer because most college student athletes who leave after a year or two, they only leave because them and their families need the money. So why wouldn't we change this if we could? Adults always say that you need to stay in college and you need to graduate with a college degree to succeed. And for athletes, your goal is pretty much to go pro as soon as possible for the money. But with new rules for college student athletes, then they could obtain both education and money at the same time. Also, all sports are very injury prone. I bet everyone in here that has played a sport has gotten an injury. So if the law that Governor Newsom passed would be applied everywhere, then we could have more students graduate with a 4-year degree. Now, I think colleges are skeptical towards this because of their own greed. They don't want to lose money, and they think that they have already done enough for these students with the scholarships. But what they don't know is that this could end up making the student and the college more money, because if the college student athletes had if they could market themselves and their names, then they could be included in video games. And everyone knows how many people play video games nowadays, so that could include the schools making more money because people would use them in the games and they would profit off of that, and also more people would know about the school and could become fans.